or rink-wide. 2 hours of the best hockey talk in the city. That's the show that always scores. JD Burke stirring things up at the Vancouver Giants game last night.
Without even trying.
Without even standing up even.
Just from his seat.
Just from his seat. Hat on. We'll talk about that.
Sideburns were looking good.
Oh, yeah, those burns. Those are a thing of beauty. Never had sideburns myself. I'm not a sideburn guy. I go with the George Michael beard. That's it. Not a sideburn guy. JD pulls them off, though. All right. Let's get to you mad, bro.
You mad, bro? Yo, I said, tell me what you mad for. You mad, bro? Yo, I said, tell me what you mad for. You mad, bro? Yo, I said, tell me what you mad for. I said, tell me what you mad for.
The NHL trade deadline, where players get overhyped and GMs can't help but blow their brains out. Every year we see it. It's like Groundhog Day and Bill Murray and Groundhog Day. Over the last couple of weeks, we've heard the rumblings of Jim Benning and the Canucks' interest in New Jersey Devils power forward Wayne Simmonds. Now, let me state this about Simmonds. I'm a fan. I always have been. Love his combination of size and skill. Don't get me wrong. I'm well aware that today's version of Wayne Simmonds is a far cry from the version that had 5 straight years of scoring 24 goals or more. But for a team that's clearly focused on not just making the playoffs, but making a dent in the playoffs, I'm okay with making a run at the 13-year vet. However, only if the price is right. With a $5 million cap hit, clearly the Canucks would need the Devils to eat some of Simmonds' salary. Jersey has oodles of cap space right now, so that shouldn't be an issue. And that brings me to the compensation going the other way. As far as a prospect is concerned, not a chance I'd want to see any of Benning's magnificent 7, and I say that in air quotations, get moved for a rental. We can squabble about just who those 7 are, and that's for another time. The absolute most I would give for Simmonds is a 4th-round draft pick. Now, hear me out. Over the last 11 drafts, the Canucks have drafted 8 players in the 4th round. Of those 8 players, only 13 NHL games have been played. Now, there are some that feel that 2017 4th-round pick, Jack Rathbone, who's in his sophomore year at Harvard, could be a nice find for the Canucks. But the odds are still on the Canucks' side if they chose to dangle the pick for 20 or so games, plus the playoffs for a veteran like Simmonds, who not only would give the Canucks a presence on the ice, but can also chip in offensively from time to time. Is Wayne Simmonds an upgrade over Tyler Mott? That's debatable. But for the price of a 4th-round pick and the Devils eating, let's say, upwards to 80% of Simmonds' salary, that's a deal that Jim Benning could swing without blowing his brains out.
You mad, bro?
4th-rounder for Simmonds. Think about it, guys. We're playing the Bruins tonight. Canucks are playing the Bruins tonight. What happened the last time they played them? Patterson gets a late hit. Nobody does anything about it. Patterson's ended up missing a bit of action because of this late hit. You got someone like Simmonds out there patrolling the ice. You know, maybe he's in and out of the lineup. Maybe you put him in over Mott on the 4th line. Maybe you put him in over Louis Eriksson. That's right. Little things, perhaps. Maybe he moves up the lineup. Maybe he's a net front presence on the power play. Who knows? But Wayne Simmonds has some pedigree to him. And I know the cap hit could be an issue, but listen, like I stated, the Devils have like $30 million in cap space right now. They're going to want to move from Simmonds. And if you can offer them a 4th-round pick, the odds are that pick is not going to hit anyway. So why not roll the dice and do it? We know Benning loves his size. He loves the big players. Bring that grit, the toughness. You know, he was a big Simmonds fan from his days with the Bruins, and then Simmonds, of course, with the Flyers. Why not? Take a swing, see what happens. The Devils aren't going to get many better offers than that, and if they are, then you walk away. No big deal. I'd like to hear your thoughts, though, guys. Text me at 104040, live at tsn1040.ca. I could take a phone call on the other side, 604-280-1040, 844-876-1040. That's toll free. We could squeeze that in. We got St. Ricketts coming up. It can be about 10 after or so. So if you guys want to chime in, here's your moment right now. But on the other side, we are going to talk to the Canadian international himself as the Whitecaps prepare for their season opener next weekend against Sporting KC. St. Ricketts coming up right here on Sports Saturday. Your weekend starts here on TSN 1040.
Winter's gone on long enough. It's time to drive into spring now. Get into the Drive into Spring event at Applewood Mitsubishi in the Richmond Auto Mall. Take advantage of no-charge extended warranty. Plus, don't pay for 90 days with interest rates as low as 0% for 60 months on select models. Plus, they'll pay top dollar for trade-ins. Don't miss the Drive into Spring event at Applewood Mitsubishi in the Richmond Auto Mall and applewoodmitsubishi.ca.
It's all good at Applewood.
Guys looking for the perfect engagement ring can have a lot of questions.
How much should I spend?
What metal should the band be made out of?
What if I don't know her ring size?
What sort of style should I go with?
How big should the diamond be?
How long does a custom engagement ring take?
Okay, gentlemen. First, take a deep breath. Second, see Susan and the team at Cartwright Jewelers. They'll answer all your questions, and they'll make finding or creating the perfect ring easy, even fun. Since 1933, Cartwright Jewelers has been the place where yes begins. On 6th Street in New West, online at cartwrightjewelers.com.
And the award for Best Pizza goes to Pizza Pizza for Pizza and a Movie.
Thank you for this delicious experience. I'd like to thank the large pizza, all 3 drinks, and the chance to work with so many amazing toppings. Oh, I almost forgot. Thanks for the 2-for-1 movie pass. Wait, I'm not finished.
Pizza and a Movie, a large 3-topping pizza, 3 drinks, and a 2-for-1 Cineplex movie admission for only $15.99. Only at Pizza Pizza.
Go to pizzapizza.ca.
The Celtics and Lakers clash at Staples Center. NBA hoops, Boston, LA.
Into the forecourt, right side, cuts to the top of the circle, into the lane, goes deep, and closes with a left hand.
Coverage starts tomorrow at noon on TSN 1040.
When you run a business, you don't always get the luxury of handing off problems. That's why every Chambers of Commerce group insurance plan includes free support tools like the new Healthy Business Bookmark, a robust online library of carefully curated HR resources, including podcasts, articles, sample forums, and more. Free up the time to work on your business, not just in it. The Healthy Business Bookmark. Another way the Chamber plan is more than employee benefits. It's a full-on business toolkit. Visit chamberplan.ca.
How Bell makes getting a new phone better.
Hi, I want to be on the best network, and I want a new phone, but I can't afford the full price up front.
Well, with Bell Smart Pay, you can get any phone for $0 down.
Any phone?
Any phone. Plus, you can trade in your phone and choose our device return option for super low affordable monthly payments.
Huh, show me your best.
Get any phone for $0 down with Bell Smart Pay. Pay over 24 months with 0% APR plus an eligible 2-year plan. Additional charges apply. Visit a Bell store or bell.ca/network for details. Bell, getting the best just got better.
Guys, if you've gained weight or noticed a decline in your sex drive, mood, energy, muscle mass, or even memory, it's not necessarily a sign of aging. You could be testosterone deficient. I'm Dr. Pollock of Pollock Clinics. We're known for our no-scalpel vasectomies, circumcisions, and erectile dysfunction treatments. Now we're also offering a comprehensive diagnostic and treatment program for testosterone deficiency. Feel like yourself again. Visit PollockClinics.com.
On now, get 15 cans of Miller High Life for only $19.29 at BC liquor stores. Offer available for a limited time.
KSTAM Vancouver.
A division of Bell Media.
Is TSN 1040.
An iHeart radio station.
Vancouver sports conversation starts here. And now a Sports Center update from the TSN 1040 Sports Desk, presented by the Vancouver Giants.
These are one of those games we've talked about in the past this year that probably don't have to say a lot to your group. They understand at this time of the year the points are important and we're playing the best team in the league.
Yeah, Boston Bruins, best team in the league. They've won 11 of 12. They have 39 wins this year, all 39 in regulation, by the way. Nothing about overtime or shootout victories for the Bruins. Don't want them, don't need them. They got 39 wins, best team in the league, and that's who the Canucks face tonight. Also a team playing 2 games in 2 nights, and a team playing 3 games in 4 nights in Boston, too. So maybe that'll wilt them down just a little bit. Our Alpine Credits pre-game show coming up at 5:30, TSN 1040. Fantenberg is back in the lineup tonight off the injury shelf for the Canucks. Jordy Ben back to the press box eating popcorn. Jacob Markstrom gets the start back into a 6-game homestand for the Canucks, who need a win to have a 500 record at home. Vancouver, at least on this homestand, they're 2-3 of the 5 games they played so far. Vancouver now 3rd in the Pacific, 1 behind Edmonton, 2 back of Vegas, 2 up on Calgary and Arizona. The Panthers are in Vegas tonight. Coyotes at home to Tampa Bay. Oilers and Flames are off tonight.
And that one goes into the middle. Couturier reaching for it. He's got it, the shot. He scores! And Couturier makes it 3-0 Philadelphia.
Now Philadelphia leading the Jets 3-1 heading to the third period. The Jets in wild card position number 1, 1 up on Calgary and Arizona. The Jets are only 1 behind Vancouver if you think it may come down to a wild card spot for the Canucks. Flyers 3-1 in the third over the Jets.
Subban for Gusev. Looks for the redirect. They score! Simmons on a rebound. It deflected off the post. A power play goal.
Wayne Simmons. You want him in Vancouver. Just scored his 8th of the year for the Devils. Lead the Capitals 2-1 third period. Ovi sitting on 699 career goals. Sabres 3-1 over the Penguins in the third. Vancouver Giants are in Everett tonight where they put their 11-game win streak on the line. And the Whitecaps play Minnesota in Portland today. Final game of their preseason at the 2:30 start. I'm Brooke Ward. This is TSN 1040.
To Sports Saturday on TSN 1040. Here's your host, Andrew Wadden.
Yeah, welcome back to Sports Saturday. Your weekend starts here. 1 more hour to go. Just you and I. Then we'll give way to Rink Wide at 1 o'clock from 1 till 3 o'clock. All things hockey during that show. We're going to talk about the Canucks and the Bruins with Jeff Patterson in this hour. At the bottom of the hour, Toussaint Ricketts from the Vancouver Whitecaps, though, going to be on with us here in about 5 minutes' time as the Whitecaps play their final preseason game today against Minnesota United down in Portland, funny enough. Playing a few games out of Providence Park there in Portland. If you guys have ever had a chance to get down to Portland to see an MLS match, of course, the Timbers are one of those teams that, you know, always near the top of the table. A very rich franchise in terms of success that they've had during MLS play. But, man, they have the absolute... Like, I'm jealous of the pitch. I absolutely love it. I wish we had that here in Vancouver. I'm not a fan of BC Place. I've said that before. I don't think it's the right fit for the Whitecaps, nor do I think it's the right fit for the BC Lions nowadays. But if you ever get a chance and you want to do a road trip, clearly Seattle is an amazing city to check out an MLS match out. The Sounders are just, upper echelon of franchises in the MLS. But Portland, very underrated as well in terms of the facilities that they have there, not in terms of the team. Team's good, but Providence Park is one of those pitches that you're going to want to get down to and check out a match. So we'll talk to Toussaint Ricketts in about 5 minutes here and get a preview of today's match, and then I'll look ahead to next weekend. That's right, next weekend season opener right at BC Place with Sporting KC in town. And I'm going to use a line from Sakaris, though, but it's always a sign of spring when the Whitecap season gets going. I have to agree with him on that one. Very excited about this season. So we'll talk to Toussaint and see where his level of excitement is as he has his first full campaign as a member of the Vancouver Whitecaps FC. Around the NHL right now, we are on Ovi Watch, I guess, 700 watch. Ovechkin sitting on 699 goals. You probably heard in the update there with Brooke Ward. Wayne Simmons scoring his 8th goal of the year right after I made a case for the Canucks to actually be able to... Oh, hold on. There it is. I got to stop the presses. There it is. Breaking news. Let me hear it. Alex Ovechkin becomes the 8th player in NHL history to score 700 goals, his 42nd of the season, the grade 8, knotting things up between the Capitals and the Devils, 2-2 in the third period. And I've said it on this show, and I'll say it again. Alex Ovechkin is the greatest goal scorer to ever play in the NHL. Don't at me about this. You got to weigh in all the factors. Look at the era that he's played in, the players he's playing against, and Ovechkin continues to roll, finally cracking the 700 mark as the Capitals even things up with the New Jersey Devils. So congratulations to Alex Ovechkin as he tries to make his way past Mike Gartner. That's who's next in the crosshairs for Alex Ovechkin. He needs 8 more goals to tie Gartner, and then, of course, 9 to pass him. Phil Esposito at 717. So those are 2 guys that you could see Ovechkin catch this year. Esposito might be tough to catch. That would be a hell of a lot of goals this year for Ovechkin. But he just continues to have one of the greatest careers in NHL history. So a tip of the cap, Botsford style, to the grade 8, Alex Ovechkin, 2-2 between the Capitals and Devils in the third period. The Jets were down 3 buzz. They're starting to make a run right now, though. It's 3-2. Flyers on top of the Jets. Still a good amount of time to go in the third period in that one. How about this one? After the Penguins get shut out by the Leafs the other night, 4-0. Now they're down 4-1 to the Sabres in the third period. So we'll keep an eye on all those games and see if Ovechkin can find his way further up the ladder on the NHL all-time goal-scoring list. I did ask you guys before the break to chime in with us, and we appreciate everyone that has so far. But Jim Benning, I asked you guys today in our poll question, what should Jim Benning do for the Canucks at the NHL trade deadline? Add a defenseman, add a forward, stand pat, we are good. Stand pat, we are good, starting to make a run here. 663 votes in, and they got 40.6% of the vote. 49.8% of the vote, still holding strong, though. Add a defenseman. So head over to Twitter at TSN1040. Cast your vote over there. This portion of the show is brought to you by Phil Jonas Golf Academy. Beginners looking to learn the game or players looking to improve their game, check out jonasgolf.com. That's JONAS golf.com, and check out Phil and Patty Jonas, who are both recently inducted into the BC Golf Hall of Fame. They have their facilities down in Hazelmere there in South Surrey. And like I said, if you just want to learn the game, if you want to improve your game, check it out and talk to Phil or Patty. You can email them info@jonasgolf.com. Of course, Phil Jonas, a former US PGA Tour Pro, PGA Tour Canada, Latin America, European Senior Tour. He's also a 4-time PGA BC Player of the Year. So he knows a thing or two about the Lynx. Okay, a guy that knows a thing or two about soccer is Toussaint Ricketts, and he joins us now on the phone line. Toussaint, thanks for joining us today, and it's game day for you, so I'm kind of curious. Like, we're a couple hours before a first touch of that game, and you're with me, so are you playing today, or you get the day off?
I'm involved.
Nice.
You know, I just finished my prep, got all showered up, and took a moment to speak with you guys.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. I just want to know, okay, this is your first preseason with the Whitecaps this year, and you're going to have your first full run at the season with the Caps. What is different from last year in this year as well, at least in the small sample size that you had last year?
Just the group in general. We're we're all together. We're all on the same page. We developed an identity very early, and everyone's buying in. So just the whole group connectivity is fantastic, and it's a lot different from last year.
How much is it for you to be a Canadian playing on a Canadian team? And of course, you've had your time with TFC as well, but now here you are with the Whitecaps. Is this something that it's extra special for you?
Of course. Anyone that knows me, they know I'm a patriot, a proud Canadian, and anything I can do for Canada and to better the game in Canada, I take great pride in that, and it's an honor.
Yeah, and of course, Lucas Cavallini being your teammate now with the Whitecaps, but you are also national team members together. From what you've seen from Lucas, who's been red hot here in this preseason, just your general thoughts from the striker.
He's been fantastic. You know, he came in with a big role and a big role for the club and a lot of pressure, and he's lived up to it. And not only that, his character is great within the dressing room, and he embodies that mentality that we're trying to push forward as a club into the future.
How about Mark DeSantos as your manager? I mean, here's the guy that came in last year and said, basically there's going to be some pain. We had to go through a season like this to take the next step forward. Now we're at that point. What have you seen from MDS that makes you buy in?
Growth. Him as well as the whole staff, they came in with, what we need to do to become a better team and a structure that we need to develop within the group. And, it's been apparent since day one, since the day we stepped into preseason, and everybody's been working hard, buying into it. And it's showing in our play and it's showing in our character around the club.
How about yourself? I mean, you're a bit of an elder statesman with this team, but still have plenty left in the tank. How excited are you for just your own personal season?
I'm very excited. I mean, being a part of something new, being a part of the growth is always something I relish. And being a leader in this environment is also something I'm taking upon myself, to help the team in any way on and off the field. And, I'm excited to get a full preseason with the guys, and I think we're going to surprise some people this season.
Yeah, you talk about that leadership role that you've taken as well. Who else is involved in that leadership role with the team?
Well, I mean, it's been across the group. Everyone's been leading by working hard. Nobody's cutting corners and runs. Nobody's really trying to get advantage or take advantage of the situation. Everyone's leading. But I'd say me, Andy Rose, and Maxim Crepeau, just to name a few, we're really stepping up and leading the group in a positive way.
You mentioned Max Crepeau. Of course, you've played with him on the Canadian national team as well. Where does he rank for you amongst the top goalkeepers in the MLS?
Top goalkeepers in MLS? I mean, I don't like to rank players in terms of,
sure,
1 to 10 or anything. But for me, he's a class individual. A great Canadian, and he's done a service for the Whitecaps, and he's earned his place. So for me, congratulations to him, and he deserves all the praise and all the opportunities he's getting.
Yeah, and you've seen him take this step as well. I mean, last year, arguably the MVP of the team, and playing with him on the national team as well. Another guy I want to talk to you about is Ali Adnan. Now, here's a guy that he mentioned yesterday when he came on the station here that his thoughts were, you know what, I'm going to come to Vancouver. I'll eventually make my way back to Italy. And then he fell in love with the city, and now he's fully bought into the Whitecaps. What have you seen from Ali that is you respect from him? Because he's one of those players on the pitch that you recognize him every time he's out there.
Of course. And with Ali, it's the first thing that shines is passion. He goes into everything with 100% passion and 100% effort. He's a guy that is very valuable for our team, and he has a wand of a left foot, and he's a piece that we cherish within the team.
When you look around your own team, who's a guy that some might not know too much about, but you think is going to have quite a breakout?
That you don't know too much about. I would say any one of our new signings. They're all excited. They're happy to be here. They all have talent. And, they have the desire to accomplish our goals that we've set for our team. And I think, one, if not all of them, are going to shine through and be a surprise this season. And what about the rest of the league as you sort of take a look at who you guys are going to be competing against this year? The Seattles are always there, TFC, Atlanta. I mean, where do you guys think you fit in terms of those upper echelon of teams in the MLS? Well, one thing's for sure, every team's going to have to compete. We're not going to let any team come into our house, or we're not going to come into any fixture and give up easy points. We're going to be a team that's going to be fighting for every point, and we're not going to make any game easy for any team, whether they're projected top of the table or bottom of the table. It's going to be a fight regardless.
All right. Well, Toussaint, thanks so much for joining me today. Look forward to the preseason match today, which you can catch on whitecapsfc.com. And then, of course, next weekend, it all gets going for real with Sporting KC coming to town. So congratulations. Looking forward to the season and hopefully big things for the Whitecaps this year.
Thank you, guys, and thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Toussaint Ricketts, Canadian international, Whitecap FC forward. And they're really racking up the players when it comes to the Canadian internationals right now. When you've got Lucas Cavallini there as well, Derek Cornelius. The list doesn't stop there. I mean, this is a team right now that Russell Tybert, of course, Max Crepeau. You got to like what the Whitecaps are doing right now, bringing in those Canadian players, those guys that we can watch internationally. But then, of course, watch them with the Whitecaps, too. Ali Adnan is one of those guys that we talked about him earlier in the show here, but really looking for a big breakout season from Ali Adnan. Hoping to see, some more offense from him as well. I've been hearing good things about the way Freddie Montero has been playing so far in the preseason for the Whitecaps. He's been, predominantly one of their main strikers over the year, but hearing that he's been more of a setup man this year. Another season of Juan Baum as well. Eric Godoy there. I mean, there's so many good players on the Whitecaps this season to be excited about. And not forgetting as well, Theo Bair, another Canadian international. So really racking up the Canadian content with the Whitecaps this year. And it all gets started next Saturday at BC Place. Hard to believe that the Caps season is already starting. I know it's a long year in MLS play, but after last season, you can only go up right now. And the moves that the Whitecaps have made off the pitch and on the pitch tell me that we're going to have a much more exciting season of Whitecaps soccer this year. And again, like I said, I feel like this is almost like the Vancouver Canucks this year, where you want to see them take a step. If they can make the playoffs, fantastic. That would be great. But just to have some competitive matches each and every week for the Caps, that's what I would like to see. And Tosaint sort of echoing that as well. It's not going to be easy for anybody that plays against the Caps. And if they can outwork their opponent, I think they're going to be on the right side of things in the majority of the matches this year. All right, short break here, guys. On the other side, we're talking to Jeff Patterson. The Bruins are in town, and they are red hot, coming off that win over the Flames, no pun intended, last night in Calgary, helping out the Canucks there. But I'll ask Jeff Patterson where he feels the Canucks are in terms of competing with this juggernaut that is the Bruins. You're listening to Sports Saturday. Your weekend starts here, right here on TSN 1040.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.ca/save. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
80% of employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. It's the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.ca/save. That's ZipRecruiter.ca/SAVE. ZipRecruiter.ca/save.
Hi, I'm Brian Scudamore from 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Are these the young people I've heard about?
Yes, sir. These are them.
All I have to do is point?
Yes, sir. All you have to do is point.
But what if I pointed at that? Oh my, I could go to like this.
We like it too, sir.
You were here in less than 90 minutes.
And we work until midnight, 7 days a week.
When you want junk to disappear,
all you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
Hey, it's Jason Bruff from the Halford and Bruff Show. Now, I've been known to enjoy the finer things in life, like my collection of cat shower curtains from around the world. They're kind of like an investment. But my actual investment, I leave that to wealthbar.com. Their professional advisors make investing ridiculously easy. Signing up is quick, transferring funds to and from my bank is a breeze, and their low fees mean more of my money stays invested. Visit wealthbar.com/Jason and get a $100 fee credit just for investing. Remember, that's /Jason to get that $100 fee credit.
Listen to TSN 1040 at home on your smart speaker. We're always available on your Amazon Echo. Just say, Alexa, play TSN 1040.
TSN 1040 from TuneIn.
Get TSN 1040 on command.
This badge signifies a promise to deliver the best or nothing.
Introducing the all-new Mercedes-Benz A-Class hatch, equipped with an intuitive and intelligent multimedia system that learns, thanks to artificial intelligence and the Mercedes Me Connect app for your phone. Luxury and technology together starts with zero down and lease payments of just $4.99 a month. Hurry in today.
For details, visit Mercedes-Benz Vancouver on Terminal Avenue. Dilawri.
Right now, you can get a Dave's single cheeseburger for just $3 at Wendy's. With freshly chopped, crisp vegetables on top of a quarter pound of fresh, never frozen Canadian beef. It's more Canadian than a lot of other so-called Canadian things. Like plaid, which is technically Scottish. Or geese, which everyone knows are loyal only to themselves. Actually, the only un-Canadian thing about our beef is that it's never frozen. Get your $3 Dave's single until February 23rd. Available at participating Wendy's, taxes extra.
Hey guys, it's never a good look when you untuck a long, bulky dress shirt. It just looks sloppy. That's why Untuck It makes shirts specifically designed to be worn untucked. And not only do they look good, they feel great too. Untuck It offers 50 fit combinations so tall, short, slim, and bigger guys can experience the perfect fitting shirt. See for yourself. Go to untuckit.ca and use promo code Canada for 20% off your entire first purchase, plus free shipping and returns. That's untuckit.ca, promo code Canada.
How Bell makes getting a new phone better.
Hi, I want to be on the best network, and I want a new phone, but I can't afford the full price up front.
Well, with Bell Smart Pay, you can get any phone for $0 down.
Any phone?
Any phone. Plus, you can trade in your phone and choose our device return option for super low affordable monthly payments.
Huh, show me your best.
Get any phone for $0 down with Bell Smart Pay. Pay over 24 months with 0% APR plus an eligible 2-year plan. Additional charges apply. Visit a Bell store or bell.ca/network for details. Bell, getting the best just got better.
And now a Sports Center update from the TSN 1040 Sports Desk, presented by the Vancouver Giants. Sports Saturday on TSN 1040. Here's your host, Andrew Wadden.
Behind the net, Kuznetsov. Shot by Ovechkin. He scores! Alexander Ovechkin! It is hockey history in Newark. That's career goal number 700 for one of the great players of all time.
Yeah, the clip courtesy of MSG TV. Alex Ovechkin. He finally did it. He's in the 700 club, scoring today against the New Jersey Devils, making him just the 8th player in NHL history to score 700 goals. And he's got Mike Gartner now in sight, 708 goals for Gartner. So Ovi, yeah, you could definitely catch him. Phil Esposito might be tough. He'd need another 17, 18 to pass him. But the grade 8 continues to make his way up the all-time scorers list, scoring his 700th goal. That game is knotted at 2-2 right now between the Devils and the Capitals. Wayne Simmons, whose name, of course, has been in the minds of many around the Canucks over the last week or so. He scored his 8th goal of the season in that one. 4-2 Flyers are on top of the Jets, so that's good for Canuck fans as keep the Jets down the standings as well. 5-1 right now between the Sabres and Penguins. That game's in Pittsburgh as well. Pittsburgh not playing very good hockey, at least over the last couple of games. They got blanked by the Leafs the other day, 4-0. They're now at that 9-1. They've been outscored in the last 2 games. So things not going so well for the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Sabres laying a beatdown on them right now. We're going to talk to Jeff Patterson in just a moment. Get the preview of the Canucks and the Bruins tonight. Jeff sending in his game day report as well here with a lot of topics that we got to get to, including Jake Virtanen. What's happened to Jake Virtanen's game? So definitely want to talk to Jeff about all of that. This segment of the show brought to you by Tom, a hair salon for every man, whether it's haircuts, facials, hair and scalp treatments. Check out tomlife.com. That's THOM life.com. They're located on 1 West Pender Street. They're open Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Ask for my man Adam. He's who cuts my hair over there. Big time hooper, loves the basketball. So if you would like to talk NBA and get yourself a nice cut or perhaps a shave, facial, whatever it is, treat yourself, guys. Head over to tomlife.com. That's Tom with an H. We'll get you caught up on today's poll question as well. We're asked you guys today, as the Canucks head into the NHL